Welcome back to part two of the Sage's Lifetimes. And we're going to reference part one because remember, I told you I'm actually making some concluding uh, topics or thoughts or what have you in this limited series that I started in the month of June and why I did it in the month of June of this year and all the meaning behind it. Okay. So, the last time the last sentence or so that I started talking in the last podcast had something to do with masterminds and having conversations with persons who were sages who understood both light side and dark side of life on that level. Now, one thing that I think about with even Jesus, he had said to his disciples that they would experience the same things that he had experienced. Okay. He even mentioned that they would actually do some greater things than what he even had done as well. So uh, I think about conversations that I even had with my father, you see, at a young age that I mean, he really could talk about a variety of subjects. And something that I've come to appreciate, the subjects that he may have talked with one child, he didn't talk with the same way with another child. I would say of his children, each child end up receiving some information or bit of information that he gave to no one else. He gave absolutely to no other child. And sometimes, when different siblings or whatever had the conversations with one another, and were really being in their true, authentic, or sincere selves, they had the opportunity sometimes to share, uh, you know, just in conversation, what was told to them about this or that. But it's interesting when you, what they would call the baby of the family, and especially if you just really appreciate in modesty uh, your role or your ranking, so to speak, from all the other family members or siblings, is that you just didn't relate really what maybe you see your father had told to you because you were so busy listening to what they were sharing about their lives, about whether it was school, whether it was even personal interactions that they were having with people or what have you. You just kind of was in that role of listening. See, for some person who would consider the baby of the family, and you just accepted that. You see, it didn't bother you at all. I mean, you didn't even feel envious or jealous of it at all. And so you were able to still learn through their experiences, you see, and you were able to also appreciate some of the ways that they may have felt about either parent in this way or that way, even though you were not really relating the deepest depths of what was on your heart and mind. Even though I've said sometimes at that age, a lot of people who were older than you, they still knew you better than you knew yourself. Until I, want to remind you, you continue to gain life experiences, um, really, that started molding your mind to know or view matters in a certain way that you wouldn't have through any other way. You see, through any other way. And that's something about the way that God either instructs us or even allows at times to gain experiences that even experiences that really would still fall into, I already know I got you covered through my son's ransom sacrifice. You better believe it. See, Solomon showed that. Um, Other persons have shown that. It's all in the Bible throughout. And so even God has stated that basically, you know, when you got that good relationship with him, or when you set matters straight or what have you, then that ransom sacrifice would always be cleaning you of sins that you see even would have gone against what he wish you wouldn't have had to fall into in order to learn or get the understanding of it. Okay, let's go on to part 3.